Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who joined President Trump for the White House announcement, has called the rise of autism cases an epidemic.
One area that we are closely examining, as the president mentioned, is vaccines. Some 40 to 70% of mothers who have children with autism believe that their child was injured by a vaccine.
Research has repeatedly debunked links between childhood vaccines and autism. The medical community has largely assessed a number of factors could contribute to the development of autism in children, and that the use of acetaminophen during pregnancy is safe. Kenvue, the makers of Tylenol, issued a statement saying taking acetaminophen does not cause autism. We strongly disagree with any suggestion otherwise and are deeply concerned with the health risks this poses for expecting mothers.
Tylenol, acetaminophen, is safe in pregnancy. If you have a high fever during pregnancy, that can cause neurodevelopment issues in the baby. So you don't want to let that fever go untreated.
Right.
And, you know, pregnant women may have pain, and that's not something that should go untreated either.
Dr. Celine Gounder, CBS News' medical contributor, says today's announcement could have unintended consequences, leading to confusion among pregnant women on which drugs could be taken safely. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
An update on the drama surrounding late-night host Jimmy Kimmel. ABC announced today that Kimmel Live will resume on Tuesday. The network suspended the show after FCC Chair Brendan Carr threatened to revoke their broadcast license over Kimmel's comments about political finger-pointing in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Disney, which owns ABC, says that after several days of conversations with Kimmel, they reached the decision to return to the show. New this morning, over 2,000 Hawaii Kaiser Permanente workers voted to authorize a strike. Local 5 and healthcare professional union members voted last week as their contracts are set to expire Tuesday. This authorization allows union leadership to call a strike after that date. This comes days after another union representing 30,000 registered nurses, pharmacists, therapists, and other medical professionals at Kaiser voted to authorize a strike. The United Nurses Associations of California Union of Healthcare Professionals says it held a strike vote after 6 months of bargaining and claimed Kaiser management dismissed proposals for better staffing and fair pay. Kaiser Permanente Hawaii responded by saying, quote, Kaiser Permanente has a proud history of working with labor unions. We employ the largest number of union organized healthcare workers in the country, represented by over 40 unions. We've earned our reputation for being an employer of choice by offering competitive pay, industry-leading benefits, and meaningful career development opportunities. We believe that through good faith bargaining and mutual respect, we can reach solutions that benefit our employees and help ensure our members and patients will continue to have access to high-quality, affordable health care. A 30-year-old man has died after a car crash in Waimanalo Saturday night. This is Oahu's 62nd traffic death of the year, and officials are stepping up their calls to prevent more of them. Ben Gutierrez reports.
Police say a 30-year-old man drove through a stop sign on Hihimanu Street at around 8 Saturday night, hitting a vehicle driven by a 74-year-old man along Kalanianaole Highway. The younger man was driving a utility task vehicle, which rolled over after the collision, ejecting him onto the roadway. He later died at a hospital. The force of the crash can be seen in a damaged fence at the intersection and debris littering the ground. Oahu's traffic death count now stands at 62, more than double the number a year ago.
We have way too many crashes that are killing people.
Because of the ongoing rise in traffic deaths, Governor Josh Green signed an executive order last week asking the federal government for more funds for law enforcement. The Department of Transportation is looking into adding more raised pedestrian crosswalks and speed bumps to streets across the islands.
We know they're working because when we look at the numbers of crashes and fatalities, nobody's dying at these areas where we slow people down. Difficulty is we don't have enough of them. I mean, we have 265 across the state. We thought that's a lot, but people are not dying there.
Members of the Honolulu City Council say they're considering protective measures, such as lowering speed limits and improving street designs.
More traffic lights, more four-way stop signs, more speed bumps, these sorts of things do make a difference. We have all of these traffic studies, all of these traffic plans to make things safer. You know, we actually need to start getting a lot of these plans into action a lot more quickly.
It's unclear whether speed, drugs, or alcohol were factors in Saturday night's crash, but lawmakers are imploring the public to drive carefully.
If we could just ask people who are operating vehicles to please be safe and to ensure that while we have to get places that one fatality, one crash is one more person who may not be getting back to their family.
The DOT plans to hold a safety conference in October with law enforcement officials, state and county agencies, as well as federal partners to discuss ways to prevent more traffic deaths.
That was Ben Gutierrez reporting. A pair of Hawaii lawmakers are urging the PGA to find another Hawaii location to host the Sentry. Senators Donovan Dela Cruz and Troy Hashimoto sent a letter Friday saying the decision to rule out the Kapalua resort will cause an estimated $50 million in losses to the Maui economy. The course was closed at the start of the month in an effort to save the dying grass ahead of the tournament. Despite their efforts, Governor Green says it might be too late.
So we're thinking not this year, it's not going to be played, not in the islands.
I don't think the Sentry will be played here this year. Of course, in just a week after that, we've got the tournament over here on Oahu.
Sony.
Yes.
All right, so maybe the timeline being as 2027, January, that could be?
Definitely, and we don't want to lose it long term.
The PGA last week announced that the season opener would not be played at the Plantation golf course for the first time in 26 years due to ongoing drought conditions. For Hawaii Prep Sports this morning at the state capitol, 5-time world champion and Olympic gold medalist Carissa Moore joined Governor Green to announce the first ever HHSAA Surfing State Championships. The tournament is scheduled for early May at Ho'okipa Beach on Maui. Very fitting considering the Maui Interscholastic League has been helping lead the way in bringing surfing to the prep level. Today's announcement comes months after the state legislature approved funding for the sport.
I couldn't be more thrilled that Hawaii's school systems are supporting surfing. In a very fast-paced world, it will encourage the next generation to slow down and connect with something bigger than themselves. That, to me, is truly crucial to living a life of joy and purpose.
I am so honored to be here today. I truly didn't believe that this day would happen within me still attending high school, and I wanted to share my gratitude and thank every single human and person that helped out to make this day happen. It's truly so amazing and so surreal.
The first ever Hawaii Surfing State Championships begin May 1st.
All right, well, happy Monday, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your weekend out there. Taking a live look outside, it's a beautiful day today. We're seeing easterlies around 17 miles per hour. Again, we did see a few showers over the weekend. We're going to be seeing winds getting a little bit lighter on the back half of this week, but still breezy over the next couple of days. Throughout this afternoon, we'll be seeing sustained winds between 10 to 15 miles per hour, a little bit stronger than that at times. There's still a few sprinkles out there on the first alert radar and satellite. Zooming in a little bit closer to Oahu, a few sprinkles along the Ko'olau and up near Kahuku on the North Shore. Moving over to Maui County, it's been relatively quiet over the last hour or so. Pretty quiet across a majority of the rest of the island chain. Coming up, I'll give you a breakdown of what our winds are going to do this week and give you a glimpse at our 7-day forecast for the rest of the week.
Thank you, Drew. Coming up, a community event to provide critical legal assistance for Hawaii residents. How the initiative offered much-needed kokua. Plus, Kalaupapa National Historical Park is once again open to visitors. Casey Lund takes us to Molokai. Welcome back. Law experts hosted a free clinic over the weekend to help Hawaii residents clear their names. The Kapalama Expungement and Bench Warrant Recall Clinic was held at the Public Defender's Office on North Nimitz Highway. Volunteer attorneys were on hand to help clear minor criminal arrest records and to recall active district court bench warrants. The ACLU says the event gives people a chance to move forward. Well, after 3 years, visitors can once again travel to one of Hawaii's most historic and sacred places. Kalaupapa National Historical Park has resumed guided tours. Casey Lunn takes us to Molokai.
Yeah, and those tours, they're not operated by the National Park Service. They're a private operator, Seawind Tours and Travel. That company being very careful to make sure as they re-enter this market, they're respectful to the 6 remaining patients that live here.
Kalaupapa. In Olelo, Hawaii, it means flat leaf. It's a sliver of land, a peninsula, shaped just like its name. It's cut off from the rest of the world by the tallest sea cliffs on Earth. For more than a century, this was a place of exile. Now, it's a place of memory and of pilgrimage.
When this park was created in 1980, it was not set aside as a recreation site. It was set aside as a place for reflection, inspiration, and education. And I think that really speaks to, even at that time, Congress really understanding the special nature of the site and the need for people to come here and really respect the place, but also respect the fact that this is still an active community for this precious resource, which are the patients.
They came in on a barge.
The tour winds through quiet streets where time seems frozen. At another stop, old automobiles sit rusting in the tall grass. This is the home of Kenso Seiki, a man who, in a place where people were once sent to live out their days in isolation, built a life and then carried Kalaupapa's story to the world. Step into his garage and you'll find snapshots, knickknacks, and unfinished projects that haven't moved in decades. It feels less like a home or a house and more like time itself is still breathing here.
Oh, I feel it is fine. For me, I really wanted to get a tour every day. But I think they can kind of be limit every day. That's fine. People, when they come down, respect and listen what the tour guide gonna say, explain to them what it's all about here in Kalaupapa. Because this is a special place.
Mele Watanuki, Auntie Melly, as everyone calls her here, helped create the Saints tour to share these memories before they fade.
I love this place. It's a blessing place because of Father Damien, St. Mother Mary Ann, and I love this place. I will never move out, and I'm really happy. Father Damien, St. Mother Mary Ann is here, so in case what's happened to me, he buried me right next to them.
The tour stops at St. Philomena Church, where Father Damien once said Mass, and at the cemeteries, where so many who came here now rest.
So Father Damien was interred here after his death, but it was decided that he would go to Belgium when he got canonized. So they wanted to bring a relic back. They asked the patients, agreed that they wanted his right hand. So his right hand is interred over here. He used to bless the patients with his right hand. Over that in the walled area is where I said we had the approximately 2,000 buried in here. It's a mass grave.
This is no trip to Disneyland, but maybe a moment to pause with our history. And maybe that pause can help remind us that the way we treat those that we see as different, dirty, dangerous, or unclean says a lot about who we still are today.
Thank you, Casey. Stick around. Coming up after the break, we've got your full First Alert forecast, the details on the weather the rest of this week coming right up.
First Alert weather with Drew Davis.
All right, well, happy Monday, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Taking a live look outside. Again, it's just beautiful out there this afternoon. Again, we could see a few windward showers out there over the next couple of days. Possible seeing some pop-up leeward showers as we get into the back half of this week. So let's break down the overall weather pattern. Of course, I do want to give you a quick look again at our First Alert radar and satellite. Show you what's going on outside. You can see some moisture that's moving in just to the north of the island chain right now. And just zooming in again a little bit further outward, there's some moisture that's moving in from the northeast. Of course, we've got this moisture that's been moving across Oahu over the last hour or so, a little bit drier out there afternoon, and then it's been quiet across a majority of the island chain out there. As we're going into the overnight, we'll have a better chance for those windward showers. A quick look at the European weather model again as we're going forward throughout the next couple of days. You'll notice this evening a slight chance for windward showers out there and then drying out throughout each afternoon. But you'll notice as we're going into the back half of this week in the afternoon, especially right here, you can see some of these pop-up showers over leeward areas. That's because we're going to be seeing lighter winds out there due to a disturbance cutting us off slightly from the trade wind flow. You can see our winds outside right now, relatively breezy, east-northeasterlies between 15 to 20 miles per hour. A little bit breezier over in Kahului, Kaunakakai around 20 miles per hour. Actually seeing northerly winds over in Hilo. But as we're going forward throughout the rest of this week, you'll still see somewhat breezy trades, but we're going to start to slightly weaken weaken by the time we get to Wednesday. You can see this is Wednesday around 11 a.m., a little bit weaker than what we were showing you on Monday and Tuesday, around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And of course, that's going to continue as we're going into Thursday and Friday, which is going to make our winds a little bit weaker, and we could see those pop-up sea breeze showers over leeward and some central areas of each island. Our surf and shoreline forecast: north and west facing shores around 1 to 3. South facing shores are declining this afternoon. East facing shores also seeing that trade wind swell. However, the next swell that we're tracking is going to be as we're going into this weekend. We'll be seeing a boost on south and north and west facing shores as we're going into Saturday and Sunday. Our drought monitor out there, again, we have extreme drought that's developing over South Point over near Waimea. That's level 3 out of 4 drought conditions as classified by the Hawaii State climatologist, and then severe drought across other portions of the state. Luckily, we got a lot of rainfall this weekend. Hopefully it will help out in some areas that definitely need some the drought to get better. Our 7-day forecast: 88 degrees over the next couple of days, a lot of sunshine, lighter winds as we're going into Thursday and Friday.
Welcome back. All week long, Chelsea Davis is taking us to the island of Maui for a look at the people, places, and hidden gems that make it such a special place.
Chelsea gives you a bird's eye look with a touch of adventure.
Here at the Maui Tropical Plantation, you can learn all about the island's unique agriculture, whether it's on one of their famous tram tours or seeing it all from the sky. On the foothills of Mauna Kahalavai sits 60 acres of farmland.
Maui Tropical Plantation is like a throwback to the plantation era, so we have sugar cane, pineapple, bananas, macadamia nuts, mangoes, everything that used to grow here commercially.
Visitors can learn about Maui's plantation era by hopping on board a tropical express tour. 40 minutes of a closer look into Hawaii's famous fruits, flowers, plants, even livestock.
Oh, it looks like that one's coming over. We got everything from feeding the ducks to the zip lines to the tram. Over 1 million people have learned how to husk a coconut on the tram ride alone.
I'm Daniel, this is Brandon, that's Nate, that's Sept.
And for those on the more adventurous side, step in and strap up into a one-of-a-kind learning opportunity.
This is our first tower right here, it's the stair tower. 3, 2, 1, go.
Soar over the lush landscape, swaying palm trees, and take in all the majestic Maui views.
It's an agricultural tour of the course from a bird's eye view. They have the tram tour here, so we're pretty much taking you across the whole plantation like they do, but we're doing it from up high and kind of introducing a more thrilling, exciting aspect to learning about the agriculture here.
This electrifying mountainside adventure consists of 5 side-by-side zip lines, allowing you to ride alongside a friend, family member, or someone new.
Meeting new people, seeing new faces come in and seeing them have fun.
The family-friendly zipline course ranges from 300 to 900 feet in length and lasts approximately 2.5 hours long.
I hear a lot of them say that the guides are super funny, and that they learned a lot on the tour, and that the tour is, you know, fun, and that their whole family had a great time. 3, 2, 1, go.
So whether it's on the bucket list, bingo card, or just looking for something different, come check it out.
What makes Maui Maui is the history of Maui, and the plantation era is a big part of that history, and watching how it got blended in the products and the agriculture that brought that together made Maui what it is today. So understanding that and knowing that history is pretty important, and you get to see cool plants growing that most people don't get to see where they're from.
It just may be the highlight of your Valley Isle vacation. From Waikapu, Maui, I'm Chelsea Davis.
Thank you so much, Chelsea. Wow, what an opportunity right there to have the zip line.
It looks like a lot of fun. And you said that Chelsea's going to be doing this all week. We're going to be seeing new stories from her, so I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, and just the scenery out there, just a full experience for the visitors.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Really cool to see.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Nice.
And an elementary school student has no idea how wonderful this day would be.
During a school assembly, he thought he was being awarded for being an outstanding citizen, but then this happened.
Henry has had to show some real patience because he's been missing someone at home. And Henry doesn't know this, but last night someone came home to see him. This is Henry's father.
His dad, Sergeant Stephen Wilson, has been deployed with the Army in Poland since 2024. He surprised his kid by showing up at their school. Stephen said he's most looking forward to watching races with his sons, and Henry says he just wants to play with his dad. Wow.
Yeah, it's always heartwarming when we see stories like this.
Right? Oh my goodness. So weather-wise, we're looking good for the week.
Yeah, it's looking to be a really sunny week out there. We've got a few chances for showers over the next couple of days. Just a live look, you can see it's beautiful out over the south shore of Oahu. As we're going forward, slightly weaker trades are expected as we're going into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They give us a better chance for showers on the back half of this week.
Good stuff. Stay with us on air and online. See you again at 4 o'clock.